your tracks today.
My number one competition is me. It's always you versus you. You got to be the one to get up every morning, be disciplined, put in the consistent daily hard work, because that gains success. No coach, no trainer, no mentor, no boss can do it. You versus you.
Hey Butterflies! Welcome back to another episode of the Butterfly Diaries Podcast. I'm your host, Farah Voltaire. If this is your first time seeing me, I am super excited to meet you. My name is Farah Voltaire. This is my YouTube page. Welcome to the Butterfly Diaries Podcast. If this is your first time hearing my voice, hi, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're listening to me on any podcast platform, I am your host, Farah Voltaire, and welcome to the Butterfly Diaries Podcast. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe wherever you are watching this on. And guess what, guys? We are on Spotify video. So hello, Spotify followers and listeners. Thank you for coming on to the show, and I hope you enjoy listening and seeing me work. All right. So yes, Spotify now has video podcasts. So if you are usually following me on Spotify, you can now see my face instead of just listening to me. Because if you, for some reason, you can't just watch me on YouTube, you can definitely tune in on Spotify and still get the same experience, just without all the fun editing. But hey, here we are. All right. So thank you so much for coming on to the show and listening in. And I'm hoping you guys will enjoy today's episode. Today, I just really wanted to just come to you guys and talk to you all about just life. We are now hitting the 6-month mark. We're in June. Woo! We're 6 months into the year, and it is one of those months where you should just be taking your time to reflect and understand where you're heading in life. I always treat June, since last year, I started to treat June as my early December, basically my new year. And I always take it into account what I have done for the year, where I've came from, what I've done to get to the point that I'm at, and just seeing mentally what I did to get to where I'm at. So I get a notebook and I write down a lot of the things that I've seen myself grow in and where I lacked growth, or where I went back to certain habits, or if I broke in certain habits. Just pretty much the highlights of my year, and seeing how they affected me mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and how I can use them to either propel me further into the year or slow me down into the year. Now, not to say slow down, but like stop a habit or quit something that is killing me slowly. So we'll get more into it, butterflies. But I just wanted to remind you guys, please, if you're already watching me on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this episode with any family member that you think may need this, or friend, or whomever comes to mind when you're listening to this episode. Don't forget to press that like button. It does nothing for you, but it does numbers for me. And don't forget to hit subscribe so you can stay updated. If you're listening to on Spotify, and if you're watching me right now on Spotify, please go ahead and just like, comment, share, and subscribe as well. We want to spread the awareness of the Butterfly Diaries podcast, because the things that I talk about on the show is really helpful to people in your personal life, you maybe. But it's a cool way to hear about God, your walk, all of that stuff. I want other people to get help, and I want y'all to get help as well. So go ahead and subscribe and share this to people that you think can get help from these episodes. Back to the topic. So 6 months in, and now you possibly went the first 6 months and probably didn't hit any of your goals. If you did a vision board like I did a vision board, you probably didn't hit any of your goals. Or you probably did hit every goal up until this point, and you're on a roll this year. Kudos to you. But what if even you were going through the last 6 months and it was just a struggle just to get to where you wanted to be in life? Like these past 6 months, it's just been hard for you. Whatever it may be, whatever it is, you will find out for yourself that it's okay. If you failed a few times the last 6 months, it's okay. Every day is a new day, and we can brush it off and move forward. So write down the goals that you set for yourself, the micro goals. Now I'm going to explain what micro goals in a minute, but micro goals are not as big as your macro goals. So write your micro goals first and see how that goes for the next 3 months. Don't try to get everything done within the 6 month time span, because you're going to exhaust yourself. I break the year up into 3 month, 4 quarter marks. So I always do the first 3 months is a quarter, the second 3 months, the third, and then the fourth 3 months. That way I'm not overwhelming myself with my goals and my priorities. I know exactly what I want to do and I'm targeting what I need to get done. So micro goals. Make sure your goals are small and minute. Okay. Make sure podcasters, yes, podcasters too who are listening to my episode, make sure your goals are minute and they're not these huge micro goals, because you're going to end up overwhelming yourselves. Okay, butterflies, I don't want you guys to be overwhelmed. I want all you guys to be level-headed and ready to conquer the day. Okay, so for example, if this week you realize last week you were eating a little bit too much fast food and you were just eating out way too much. I'm going to tell on myself a lot right now, like a lot, like that a lot. Like my friends are going to judge me for this later. Like butterfly, it's bad. Yeah, I'm making these apple pie. Okay, butterflies, don't judge your girl. Don't judge your girl. Okay, so eating out a lot, Uber eating a lot, right? You're not eating the healthiest. Well, the next week, let's do a minute goal of drinking more water, eating more fruits and veggies, trying to eat your salads, trying to keep yourself clean and healthy, and cleaning out all those toxins from all those bad food choices. Okay, so those are minute goals, all right, butterflies. And the reason why I'm saying all this and the reason why I'm bringing all of this up is because I want all of us to make these micro goals into these macro overwhelming goals, which overall would be a healthier lifestyle, right? But because God doesn't want us to be not successful. He wants us to be our best selves. He wants us to be happy. He wants us to succeed in this world. He wants us to be the best that we can be. And in order for us to do that, we have to create these goals, these micro goals to get to these macro goals to be the best person that we are. But first, we have to evaluate self. We have to go through self first. We can't just keep living life any old way that we want to. We have to really sit down and be like, God, what can I do to be the best version of me? Because you called me here, Lord. You're the one who told me that I'm capable of being great and doing all these amazing things. But I don't feel like I can. I don't feel like I am. I don't feel able to. I feel like I'm lost. I feel like I'm not where and I'm not where I want to be right now. I'm not happy with who I am right now. And that's okay. Like, it's completely fine, butterflies, to feel that way. And I remember after I graduated college, I recently graduated college this past May, and I had a moment where I got really depressed, and I was like, God, I don't know where I'm going next. I trust your promise to trust your way, your will. I just don't know where I'm going next. I'm a little bit stressed out about where I'm going to go next. And it scared me. It paralyzed me in fear. And I expressed it to a friend, and they kind of didn't quite understand my fear, just because they've only seen me in a successful area. They really didn't know anything about my upbringing, only what I've said to them. They really didn't know anything about where I struggled, only what I've shared with them. So they really didn't understand my uncertainty and my reluctancy into receiving the success of graduating college and the next steps. It's hard to receive certain paths that are set before you when all you've known and all you've seen is poverty and failure. And you're the first one to actually see success. It is very crippling. It's very blinding. And it's hard to explain when you feel unworthy of it. When so many before you have not been able to attain such levels of success and you are, it seems unfair. And it seems, at some points, it seems selfish and like I was leaving people behind. So it hurt a little because I want everyone to come with me. You know, I want all my family and my friends to come with me where I'm going in life. And the realization that Maybe not everyone will. And maybe these next steps I might have to take alone. And maybe these next steps I might have to make harder decisions, but they're necessary for the legacy and the calling of my life. It's scary. It's crippling. It's hard to explain. But I had that moment. And I had to sit back at my 6-month mark and write down, what have I done to get my mental state right and prepared for the next 6 months? Because now that I am a graduate, everyone's asking, what are you doing? What are you going to do now? What is the next steps? What are you going to do? You know, now that you're free from school and you have all this free time, of course, Butterflies, you guys are going to get a lot more of me. You know, my family is getting to see me a lot more, spending a lot more time with my nieces and my nephews. I'm investing in a lot more of the ideas that I had prior to finishing school. So a lot of things are in the works. It's just that fear of this is going to happen and I just don't know what to do. And I don't have no one to lean on. I don't have any mentor or a successful lifestyle partner or whatever that can help me navigate through these fears and these questions that I have running through my mind. So I'm working through that right now. These are the things that I go through during my 6-month checkup. I go through my head and I dig and I try to find the deeper thoughts and the scarier things that I've been trying to hide from the past 6 months, and I work through each one. So I encourage you all to do the same. Work through those moments, those thoughts, those scary things that you're afraid to say out loud. Just work through them. And you'll get through it. You'll get through. You'll get through. I promise you will. That was deep for me to share. To continue, I just feel like one thing that's always just kept me level-headed is this podcast. Like, you guys have no idea. Like, I love my podcast. I love you guys so much, because not only are most of my supporters just close family and friends, but you guys are seeing me grow throughout this podcast. You've seen me become more of a butterfly than I feel like I've been. So I've broken through a lot of my shell just being able to do this podcast. It's helped me learn more about myself, learn more about the people that I live with, more about the people that I'm surrounding myself with. I have broken out of a huge shell doing this show. So thank you so much, Butterflies, for your support. Thank you so much for your love. Thank you for all of it. It's very helpful. So for the next 6 months, Butterflies, you will continue to see me grow. You will continue to see different parts of me, and you will continue to see different sides of me as well. And a lot of them will be unrecognizable because I'm still learning and becoming. And at this big old age of 28, I feel like I'm becoming every day. Every day I'm learning something new about me. Every day I'm learning something new about who I can be, the level, the capacity I can reach within myself, within my family, within, my relationships, my friendships. I have literally flourished into an entirely different woman of God, of complete different woman in general. So I have learned so much within myself. This past week, I had to let go of something. And I want to kind of use this to transition into the 6-month checkup, because Butterflies, I had to lose something that I was holding on to for a very long time. And the first time, it's not the first time I lost this thing. I lost it before. And the first time I lost it, it broke me. I'm not gonna lie. I was destroyed. I was distraught. I was not myself. I was hurt. And it came back into my life, and I didn't know that I would get invested in it again. I didn't know that I was going to be involved in it again, but I did. I got involved in it again, and with hopefulness, but also with awareness. And I was very vigilant in this season and in this moment. I was really paying attention to it this time and not trying to show up as who I was last time. I was trying to show up as my better self. I was showing up as Farrah 2.0 this time around, with vigilance and understanding and awareness, because I learned from that last 3-month mark going into the new 3-month mark that I was failing myself in so many ways. So this time around, I was like, I'm going to put the safeguards where I need to put them and not hold this situation accountable for their actions, but hold myself accountable for my actions. And when I tell you, after they left this time around, I didn't feel a thing. I didn't feel hurt. I didn't feel malice. I didn't feel pain. I didn't feel vengeance. I didn't feel angered. I didn't lose myself. I felt love, peace, understanding, and I was able to let it go. And I'm not saying try things again. I'm not saying to double back. I'm not saying anything like that. But I'm saying you will be so surprised at how much growth and love and nurturing yourself and becoming more self-aware, how much that helps you in life. I've realized in this season that I've matured so much more within the last few months than I realized. I was able to leave the situation healthy, healed, understood, and put together than I was the last time. And that's on healing. That's on growth. Big purr. Okay? Princess barking in the background, y'all. Princess barking in the background. That's okay. They came to control her. I'm home recording today, so it's cool. But that's on Big Purr. That's on heal, right? We don't want to keep going through the same lessons in life. And this is the thing. I feel like God brings things back to us so that way we can go ahead and go through them and just learn the lesson, okay? Learn the lesson, butterflies. That is it. Learn the lesson. He's having us repeat these things so we can learn the lesson, take what we need to take from it, and move forward. And I did not learn what I needed to learn from that lesson, but I have now. And now I feel like it's not going to return to me the same way. It's not going to come to me in the same form. It's going to come to me. Well, it's not going to come back to me at all. I feel like I passed this lesson, y'all. I feel like I finally got it, what I needed to get from it. And now moving forward, I won't struggle with this same problem that I had before. And that was learning to let people go and let them be in their season and let them grow at their own pace and not hold yourself personal. It's not personal. Can we stop taking things personally? Let's talk about that. Let's stop taking things so personally. Okay, Spotify family, okay, YouTube family, okay, podcast listeners. Let's stop taking things so personally. When people do things to us, it is not, my camera just died. Okay, so if you're watching on YouTube, you are not going to get the full video. Yay! My camera just decided to completely die on me. So we're going to just do Spotify video today. How about that? Ah, that's great. All right. That's fine. Continue. So let's stop taking things so personally. How about that? Let's just stop taking things personally. Let's stop looking at things as if they're doing them to us on purpose or as if they're trying to hurt us. They're not. That's not us. It isn't us. Okay? It's them. People need to grow. People need to do things at their own pace. And we can't hold people to ourselves and expect them to love us at a capacity in which they can't even love themselves. It's unfair. It's selfish. It's not right. Let's not do it no more. Christians, believers who are listening to my podcast right now, stop it. Not everybody's at the level you're at. Not everybody's at the capacity that you're at. Not everybody can love the way you love. Not everybody can understand. And this is for my empaths and my loving people. We have to be okay with letting people grow at the pace that they need to grow and go at the pace that they need to go. We cannot handhold. We can't do it no more. It is killing us to our core. It is hurting us to our core to do that. Let people grow. Let them do them. Let them do them. And if you were ever a part of their life or an important part of their life, they'll come back. They will. But you need to be okay with the let go. I know that's hard. I know that's hard. It was hard for me at first. Like I said, I broke down. I lost myself because my whole entire identity was in the fact that I need them to need me. I need them to need me in some way. Because if I wasn't needed, I wasn't important, I wasn't loved. Yeah, I needed them to need me. But the growth that I went through, the understanding of self that I went through, I realized No, girl, you just needed someone to want you. You didn't want to be abandoned like your father abandoned you when you were younger. You didn't want to be left alone. That's all. That's all. And I went through that. I went through that season. I went through that. And so when it came back around this time, when they left again, I didn't feel that. I let them go with love. And I let them go with blessing. And I let them go with freedom. I didn't hold myself to them. I let them fly. Because it's not about me. That's not my experience. I was a part of their experience. Probably a very small part, but I was a part of it. This is theirs, and this is their story. And it's time for them to continue writing it on without me. So I let them go with love. I let them go with love. I let them go with the blessing. I let them go with understanding. And I truly let go. And it felt so good, butterflies. It felt so good. I legit was like in my room the next hour drinking, and literally I was drinking, okay? Not like getting drunk, but like I was sipping. We have little mimosas. Like on Sundays, me and my sisters, we have some mimosas, okay, saints? I was getting like lit, okay, saints? But I was, sipping on a little mimosa. We were listening to music, having a good Sunday. I let them go. I let them go, and it felt amazing because I know that I let them go with my full heart, with the blessing, and with no hurt, no pain, nothing. Just fly. Butterflies. The freeing feeling that felt amazing. It feels amazing to know that I can still love you, but not hold you. I can still love you, but not own you. I can still love you and let you go. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So butterflies, today I want you to just do your 6-month check-in. Do your 6-month check-in and see how far you have come and what you've learned and where you're going. In the next 6 months, I am decreeing and declaring over your life prosperity, breakthrough, all of it for you, all of it. Understanding of self, you being able to manifest yourself, your future awareness, all of that for you. I am so excited to see where God's going to take you in the next 6 months, me in the next 6 months. We're going to grow together, butterflies, and we're going to continue to just unravel and just break free from all of the things that have been holding us for so long. Aren't you excited? I am. I'm so excited to see where God is going to take us and where the next 6 months is going to take us. Okay, butterflies. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. And I will see you guys next week with a whole nother episode. And remember, 6-month checkup, micro goals that turn into macro goals. And I will see you guys next time, butterflies. And let people go. Don't hold on to them. They don't belong to you. And it's not about you. Don't take things personal. Let them go with love. Let them go with understanding. Let them go with peace and a blessing. And a blessing. I wanna explain that to you guys a bit more. So I'll do it on the next episode. So stay tuned for that. All right, butterflies. Once again, my name is Farah Voltaire. I'm your host. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to like, rate, and comment on the podcast platform. I will see you guys next week. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Love you. Bye. Oh, and butterflies. Remember, always fly high. See you next time. Love you.
And I know you found your comfort in the pain and in the dark, but I promise you that love is more fulfilling. Light a spark, be free. Find